Although many people are aware that the music in the movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon was performed by the renowned cellist Yo-Yo Ma, they may be surprised to learn that he worked in collaboration with the talented erhu musician Xiaohui Ma. In recent years, Xiaohui Ma has been invited to many different countries around the world and performed with talented musicians of different races. Her hope is that through her erhu music, she can shake hands with her global fans, to reach out like a gentle breeze, to touch the souls of people throughout all the corners of the world. Xiaohui has become a cultural ambassador, using her heart and her erhu to touch the world. We first met Xiaohui Ma in May of 2006 at the grand opening celebration of the China Bible Exhibition in Los Angeles. Through the lens of our camera, we witnessed Xiaohui's fingers play awe-inspiring music, which captivated and mesmerized her audience. At the exhibition, she used a unique instrument made only of 2 strings to perform her heart-rendering hymns and Chinese folk music, while she delivered the message from China and blessings from God. Xiaohui has used the 2 simple, humble strings of the erhu to tie China and the whole world closer together. There are many reasons why Xiaohui Ma is deeply loved and highly recognized in our world. Clearly, she is a beautiful and talented person inside and out. But it is not only her artistry and personality that has made her who she is and helped her achieve success in the world of music. It is also due to her Christian witness, her faith in God, that has attracted the world to her and her music.
As a Christian musician, as an ambassador to play, that's something so special because the people, I feel even closer. We don't feel, there's any distance. It's just like a family, and when I meet the people and just feel everybody, they are my brothers and sisters, and I think it's necessary and it's meaningful and to share Christian feelings, and God loves everybody.
After the China exhibition, Xiaohui returned to Los Angeles in the spring of 2007 and was invited by Dr. Dwayne Thunderberg, Dean of the School of Music at Azusa Pacific University, to be the World Music Scholar in Residence. Thunderberg described Xiaohui's impact like this: Miss Ma brings to music the highest caliber of international awareness and experience. It is through the magical erhu that so many people can gain a better understanding of her culture and grasp it in a very meaningful, personal way. During her visit, Xiaohui showcased her talents at the celebration of America's National Black History Month. It was a timely nod to diversity, as the event was held during Chinese New Year. Even more significantly, she fostered deeper relationships with the APU faculty and students.
She worked with the students, she worked with the faculty, she has given concerts, she's given lectures, and she really poured out her heart and soul from the things that she's learned from traveling all over the world. And it was really wonderful to have someone that's so important and so world famous to come and just walk the halls with the students and talk to them.
Whether in China or abroad, every time Xiaohui teaches young people to play the erhu, she always remembers how she started to play this instrument in China.
Actually, I never think I will really become professional erhu artist because my parents, they are both professors, and I was born in the campus. But I remember all the people around my parents and my friends, they always say, Xiaohui, you have talent for music and arts, but I don't know, I just play and everybody like it. And when I was 6.5, I already went to the stage. And one day, by accident, I watched the movie. I realized women play the erhu, it looks very cool. Because the instrument is supposed to play by men before, and people say that's a kind of beggar instrument. So when I saw this, I say, oh wow, it's very powerful. Then I asked my parents, I need a right teacher, good teacher. And my parents do their best to search a right teacher in Sichuan, that area, for me. And I'm very lucky and find a professor from Sichuan Conservatory whose name is Su Zhao. And he helped me a lot. When I was 13 years, I left my parents, came to Shanghai, studied in Shanghai Conservatory. For 9 years, I'm very lucky. Had a great professor whose name is Wang Yi.
Professor Wang soon recognized Xiaohui's talent. He worked tirelessly with her, sharing all of his knowledge with this gifted student. Before he passed away, he bestowed his most treasured possession, his erhu, to his favorite student. From her very first day in Shanghai, Xiaohui was determined to impact the world with her musical talent. After graduating from the Shanghai Conservatory of Music, Xiaohui was selected as a solo performer of the Shanghai Folk Symphony Orchestra. However, despite a flourishing musical career, with an impressive performing and traveling schedule, Xiaohui felt lost and empty.
The real life is not what I like. I'm university go. It's not like in the school, like paradise. It's a totally different world. It is colorful, but it's so complicated. It's too complicated. So many things for me is so negative, even really little ugly. The jealousy, the envy, the narrow heart, the competition is not learn from each other. They just want to fight you.
At the time when Xiaohui received her first performance award from the Shanghai Art Festival, she believed that award was the beginning of a smooth path to a successful career, that her dreams would all come to fruition easily. However, she was surprised by the bitter competition and the jealousy among other musicians, and found herself slipping into deep depression. Xiaohui Ma feared no one could save her, not even her music.
I'm very lucky. I had a great successful, and I got a competition award, and the people loves me in China very much. But the competition more and the stress also more. By the end of June of 1995, after my concert in Hong Kong, seems to me the dead end for me, and which is true. I feel I'm almost died, and I remember 3 days. 72 hours I cannot sleep, and I cannot walk even by 10 steps. I cannot speak, I cannot breathe. And when I went to doctor, my beeps of is something like 42, and my parents say, "Xiaohui, come back to home. Come back to home. We will take care of you. We will save you." And I did bring all my money, and I flew everywhere with a company with my parents. And at that time, I spent all my money, about $10,000. Imagine in 1995, that's a lot of money. I made this by playing my dear Erhu by the music notes, and still, nobody can save me.
During this dark and lonely period in her life, a Christian Korean couple invited her to live with their family. They shared their love with her and helped her through her depression. They nurtured her, showed her God's personal and eternal love, and assured her that God's divine guidance would continue to lead her on. Xiaohui was impressed by the family's love for her and eventually decided to go to church with them. This was the beginning of her relationship with God, a blessed and meaningful spiritual journey with Him. Love from heaven plucked her out of the shadow of death and led her on to a brighter path toward Christ.
The 1995, the end of this year, I met this family. Wow, they are such beautiful family. I almost, in 1 minute, we had a great connection, and they loved me from the first moment. Then they support me by everything. So I live with this family for 2 years. Those 2 years for me so important. And one day I suddenly told with this family, I said, I want to go to church. And we went to Shanghai Community Church in Hengshanlu. They were so happy. Actually, I think they had been waiting for this for a few months, but they never say anything. In 1997, and I was baptized in Cleveland in the United States. I know my heart was full of joy, love, and sunshine. God, through this family, support me, give me the message. Since then, my life was totally changed.
Because of her faith and God's blessing upon her, Xiaohui Ma's new life had allowed her to start over and has fueled an even more flourishing musical career than before. This time, it is more meaningful because God is walking beside her. After her spiritual rebirth, Xiaohui's career reached bigger heights and she was recognized on the international level. Over the years, she has performed with the German Symphony Orchestra, French National Orchestra, Mexico National Orchestra, and 20 other famous orchestras around the world. Xiaohui has held more than 300 solo performances and hosted a series of Erhu seminars. Her musical performances have been highly acclaimed and esteemed by many master musicians of the world. In the Oscar-winning movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Xiaohui was invited to play the two-string erhu with Yo-Yo Ma, proof that her music had reached levels beyond measure. Because of her awe-inspiring performances, it is worth noting that the humble erhu has been elevated to the likes of the violin.
I have been playing with very famous musicians, including Zubin Mehta and Tan Dun, Long Ma Zhao, director of New York Philharmonic Orchestra, Yo-Yo Ma for the movie of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and another famous orchestra, Western Symphony Orchestra, and with the chamber musicians. And they cannot believe. They always say the two-string instrument, but Xiaohui make this instrument more powerful and like the morning sunshine. And they even say it's just like a sun to the audience. I say it's not because of me. That's because of the God passed the message through me and through my instrument.
And I feel like I have to dance it. I have no option actually. Thanks, your playing was very beautiful and it makes some kind of connection. So I would like to, if this connection could take place in all of us.
Since 1999, Xiaohui Ma has collaborated with top orchestras in Norway, Mexico, and other European and Latin American cities to perform Chinese masterpieces and bring the beautiful erhu music to the world. This global audience has embraced the magical instrument and, even more significantly, accepted the heart of the Chinese people. Many master musicians describe the erhu melody as so beautiful and angelic that it causes a warm and peaceful feeling inside and out. They also report that every time Xiaohui Ma touches the strings of the erhu, the instrument can moan, can cry, and can touch the listener's heart. Very often, the music that emanates sounds heavenly, inspired from above. Though Xiaohui is successful, she has kept a humble and childlike spirit. She remains grounded and has not forgotten what real life is about. Her deep roots in Chinese art and music have allowed Xiaohui to share her heritage to the many people she encounters. Even more impressively, her two-stringed erhu has shared the culture and beauty of China, its music, its arts, its colorful life. In May of 2007, we met with Xiaohui Ma at the ECF 60th Anniversary Banquet in Shanghai, China. At the banquet, she performed a moving erhu solo and touched the hearts and souls of the guests from many different countries. Shortly after our celebration, great news came from Shanghai saying that Xiaohui Ma had just been named Love Ambassador to the Special Olympics in China. The grand opening of the National Concert Hall in Beijing was a joyous event with historic significance and global impact. Xiaohui Ma was honored to be invited to perform in this great music hall with many world-renowned musicians. In Xiaohui's heart, the world of the erhu is wonderful. The world of erhu is magnificent. After visiting so many countries, she believes that the future of the erhu is wide and open. Wherever she performs, she knows that the keys to her success are not only her Chinese heritage and her ability to reach international borders with her instrument, but even more so, her faith in God. As she continues this exciting journey of love, Xiaohui Ma will continue to touch the world with her heart.